Welcome to the Deep Dive. Our mission today, well, is to sift through a whole stack of info and pull out the key stuff so you can get up to speed quickly. Today, we're jumping into a business model that often gets simplified, but it's packed with potential. We're talking creativity, entrepreneurship, and surprisingly low risk. It's print on demand.
Exactly. And, it's really interesting now is how it's kind of grown up. It's really opening the doors for creatives, for anyone really, to get into e-commerce without needing a ton of cash up front. But there's more to it than just slapping a design on a t-shirt. We'll get into what it really is, how it works today, and crucially, what makes the difference between just trying it and actually succeeding.
Okay, let's unpack that. What exactly is print on demand, or POD, right now, for someone maybe new to it?
Sure. So at its core, POD is it's a system. You come up with designs for products, t-shirts, hoodies, yeah, but also mugs, phone cases, posters, all sorts of things. Then when a customer actually orders one of your products from your online store, your chosen supplier, the POD company, prints your design onto that specific product, and then they ship it directly to the customer. You never touch the inventory, no boxes piling up in your garage.
Ah, okay. So it's a bit like drop shipping, but specifically for, like, custom-made stuff. Stuff with your designs on it.
Precisely. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. You're basically using these third-party services to handle the making and shipping, but it's your unique brand, your designs.
That sounds incredibly appealing, especially, for someone looking to maybe start a side hustle or test an idea without betting the farm. Can you break down the steps? How does it actually, function day to day?
Definitely. It usually boils down to about 5 main steps. First, you've got to pick your niche.
Niche, okay.
Yeah, choose a specific audience, maybe anime fans or dog lovers or people into specific kinds of motivational quotes, something targeted.
Right.
Second, you create your designs. You could use tools like Canva, which is pretty user-friendly, or Photoshop if you're more skilled, or even hire a designer.
Got it. Design tools.
Third, you upload those designs onto a print-on-demand platform. There are loads of them. Printful, Printify, Teespring are big names. There are others too, like Blinkstore or Printrove in some regions.
Okay. Platform choice matters, I guess.
It does, yeah, for quality, product range, shipping times. Anyway, fourth step. Connect those products to your online store. That could be a Shopify store, an Etsy shop, maybe even a simple free website to start.
And the last step, make it money.
Exactly. Step 5 is fulfillment and profit. Customer orders, the POD platform prints and ships for you. Your profit, it's simply the selling price you set minus the production costs the platform charges you.
Okay, that seems straightforward enough. Let's talk about the advantages. This is where it gets really interesting, right? What are the big wins with this model?
Oh, the benefits are pretty compelling, especially if you're trying to minimize risk. Number 1, like you said, no upfront inventory cost. You don't buy anything till it's sold.
That's a big one.
Huge. Which leads to number 2, low risk. If a design flops, no big deal. You're not stuck with boxes of unsold shirts. You just try another design.
Right. You can experiment freely.
Totally. Third, you get global reach pretty easily. These platforms often ship worldwide.
Wow, okay.
And finally, creative freedom. It really lets you bring unique ideas to life without getting bogged down in, logistics and manufacturing headaches.
So yeah, the ability to test and pivot without a huge financial hit seems massive for a new entrepreneur. But of course, no business model is perfect. What are the catches, the downsides or challenges people should be aware of?
That's a really important point. It's not all easy straight. There are definitely trade-offs. First off, profit margins. They tend to be lower per item compared to, say, buying 1,000 t-shirts up front and printing them yourself. The convenience costs something.
Okay, lower margins. Makes sense.
Second, shipping times can sometimes be slower, especially if orders are going overseas. It takes time to print then ship, unlike just pulling from stock.
Yeah.
You need to manage customer expectations there.
Right. And you don't control the shipping directly.
Exactly. Which leads to the third point. Limited control over packaging and branding, like the unboxing experience. It's usually the POD company's standard packaging, maybe with your logo on the slip, but it's not fully custom.
Okay. So it may be harder to build that premium brand feel through packaging.
It can be, yeah. And finally, probably the biggest one, marketing. Success heavily depends on your ability to market your designs effectively and reach your target audience. Just having cool designs isn't enough. You need eyeballs.
So the money isn't just in the design, it's really made in the marketing effort.
100%. That's where the real work often lies.
Okay, so if someone's thinking, all right, I get the pros and cons, I'm ready to try. What kind of products actually sell well in the POD world? Are there some usual suspects?
Yeah, there are definitely some common bestsellers that are often good starting points. But remember, the real key is aligning products with your specific niche and what's trending within that niche. But generally, t-shirts and hoodies are like the classics, always popular.
Fair.
Mugs are huge too, very giftable. Tote bags, posters, phone cases, those do really well. Also things like notebooks, caps, stickers. The list is actually pretty long now and always expanding.
Okay, a decent range to choose from. You mentioned finding a niche earlier, and you stressed it again just now. It sounds absolutely critical.
Yeah.
How do you actually find a good one? Not just an interest, but a potentially profitable niche.
Yeah, this is probably the make or break step. You can't be vague. You need communities, groups of people who are genuinely passionate and, importantly, proud to show off that passion.
Passionate and proud.
Okay, like what?
Well, think about groups like pet owners, very specific breeds even, or hardcore gamers of a particular game. Plant parents, the whole plant mom thing.
I see that everywhere.
Exactly. Or maybe specific types of entrepreneurs, different sports lovers, not just sports, but maybe pickleball fanatics or F1 racing fans. Super specific.
Okay, find the tribe. Right. And then ideally combine that community with a theme, like maybe humor related to that niche, or inspiring quotes for that group, or a very specific art style, or cultural references they'd get. That combination, passionate community plus unique theme or angle, that's where strong brand ideas often come from.
That makes a lot of sense. Niche down, then add your unique flavor.
Okay.
We've got the products. We've hopefully found a killer niche. Now, the big question you raised earlier, how do we actually get people to buy? What are the smart marketing strategies for POD beyond just, hoping people find you?
Right. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's all about smart marketing, like you said, not just throwing money at ads necessarily. Building an Instagram page dedicated to your brand is almost essential. It's visual. Show off your designs, use relevant hashtags, engage with the community.
Okay, visual platform first.
Yeah. Then consider paid ads, but maybe start small. Facebook, Instagram ads, Pinterest ads can be very effective if you target your niche well.
Targeting is key there, I imagine.
Absolutely. Don't just boost posts randomly. Also, think about TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Short-form video is huge for organic reach right now. You can show off your designs, tell a story, maybe pack an order. It can generate free traffic.
Free traffic is always good.
Definitely. You'll also want a simple, clean website or store. Platforms like Shopify are powerful, or, again, Etsy, or even something like Blink Store, which makes it easy. And one more. Collaborate with micro-influencers. Find people who have a smaller but really engaged audience in your specific niche. Their recommendation can be gold.
Micro-influencers. Interesting. So really hitting the niche from multiple angles.
Exactly. It's that mix, good design plus smart targeted marketing. That's the winning combo.
Got it. What about the practical side, the tools? What does someone actually need to get started and run this kind of business effectively?
Good question. There's a nice mix of free and paid tools that can really help. For design, as we mentioned, Canva is great for beginners. It has lots of free options. Photoshop or Affinity Designer if you want more power.
Okay, design covered.
For creating those product pictures, the mock-ups. Placeit is a popular one. It lets you put your design on models, different settings, makes it look real without a photo shoot.
Mock-ups are important.
Definitely. Then the fulfillment partners. Printful, Printify, maybe Blink Store or others, depending on your location and needs. Compare their product quality, shipping rates, and how well they integrate with your store.
Right, the core engine.
Your online store platform. Shopify gives you tons of control. Etsy plugs you into a marketplace. Choose based on your goals and technical comfort.
Shopify or Etsy? Okay.
For finding trends and ideas, Google Trends is free and super useful. Pinterest is great for visual trends. Just browse what's popular in your potential niche. And don't forget, even AI tools like ChatGPT can be surprisingly helpful for brainstorming ideas, writing product descriptions, even suggesting marketing angles.
Using AI. Clever.
Yeah.
So quite a toolkit available. All right, let's wrap this up. Taking everything we've discussed, what does this all mean for you, our listener, if you're maybe thinking about e-commerce or have a creative spark?
Well, I think it means print on demand. While definitely not some magic get-rich-quick thing, it offers a genuinely fantastic, low-risk way to step into online business. If you're creative, if you're willing to learn a bit about design maybe, and definitely about marketing, and you're ready to actually promote your ideas, it can be a really fun and, yes, profitable side hustle or even grow into something bigger.
Yeah, it feels like a really powerful way to use your creativity, your unique viewpoint, without all the usual headaches of holding stock, managing shipping, all that logistical stuff.
Absolutely. It removes huge barriers.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings us to a final thought for you to consider. Given that balance we talked about, the low financial risk but potentially lower margins, and the need for strong marketing, how might you strategically price your products? Or, more importantly, how could you make your designs or brand so unique that you stand out, even in a busy market? And maybe think about this. What specific, passionate communities, maybe ones you're already part of, could you identify where your unique designs would really hit home? What niche could you truly own?